Alrighty guys, it's DWAC and this one for the day is looking fairly neutral and fairly flat. You'll see that when we look at the trend, we're looking at a gain today of 0.15. We're going to be talking about that and looking at the chart over the past 5 days and also over the past month. And I will be giving you my personal thoughts and opinions, but remember guys, it is nothing more than that. My personal thoughts and opinions, just what I believe and nothing more. Anyway, if you do enjoy it, make sure to leave a like on it and subscribe, but like I said, remember, do your own research and be careful out there. Now we're going to dive in, and I want to start out over here. Now, I want to look at the 1 day first and just acknowledge the trend that we're seeing over here, and really not too much to talk about. So we're seeing this drop down from 930 all the way up until a point of about, if we have a look, 1018. So from there, we fell to our low of the day at 52. If we have a look, 52.27. From there, we started to see a bit of a rise, which took us up to this point of 53.19. From there, back down to the mid 52 range, and really between that 52 range at the low end and that 53 range at the high end, we've been in that channel for the majority of the day. So you'll see how we have been moving. Not too much to mention. Really, I would say it is fairly okay consolidation though, and that is what we love to see. Now, going on to this one a bit further on the 5 day, you will see we are still moving up. For example, if you had bought this one last Monday, you would have paid $49.25 if you'd bought it. Today, you would pay $53.17. So yeah, it has been up in the past week, which is good to see. And even in the past month now, not looking too bad, coming up from 42 all the way up to 53. So about an $11 jump there, which really is what we like to see, and it is good to have a look at. Now, what I want to do is have a look at some key levels as well, and we're going to do this over here on this chart. So key levels that we want to break above, key levels that we want to sit upon, and things like that. So when it comes to this one, I'm going to be looking at the past month and look at historic levels where we have found support and resistance, things like that. Now where we are with DWAC sat on 53, I think we're coming closer to breaking past a resistance level than a support. So I'm going to highlight that, and I do believe that that, in my opinion, is around 54.19. The reason why I think it is there is because we have historically had trouble here many times. Now I can highlight about 3 or 4 times where we have had difficulty here. The first one is going to be back here. You will see we actually did manage to break above it eventually, but really it was difficult to get above it, and we didn't really have much consolidation above it either. And the second point is inevitably going to be around here. So same thing, pushed around that level but didn't really manage to get above it for too long. Come down a bit further along, came quite close to it here and also here as well very recently. So that is a level that we do want to see us break up past in the next few weeks and the next few days. Now, an immediate level before that we want to break past is going to be a little bit lower. We're looking to get past initially about 53.36. Now we're having difficulty at here multiple times in the day today. 1 round here, 2 back here as well, and arguably at this point too. So get past there, that would be good. As far as our lows that we're looking for on the 1 day chart, we're looking for 52.45 as our first level. Below that, we're looking all the way down, I would personally say, around 50. So they have worked for us in the past as levels of support. So I would like to see us possibly hit that higher one if we are going to see a drop. But I think with this one, after the flat day that we have had, relatively good consolidation, I'd be looking for the push up more than I would be looking for the push down. So yes, it is something that absolutely could happen, and we could go on to start to break past that high end. Anyway, these are just a few levels, and you guys know I do not like to give you levels where I would buy or sell, because I do thoroughly believe it is your opinion to make your mind up on that. But what I can do with you is go over a few of the indicators that we have, and we're going to do this over here on the Yahoo chart. Now I'm going to start us off over here on the 1 day quickly. Not too much to look at here. You guys will know that I think 1 day data isn't too important, but the figures that we're looking at over here, if we just go down a little bit and have a look, we're looking at figures such as an RSI figure of 45 on the 1 day. That really isn't too bad. Bear in mind 50 is neutral, so 45 is completely fine, and it is actually where we want to be, so I'm happy with that. The moving average is just a tiny bit above where we are, but also not anything to worry about in my opinion. And come down to here on the MACD, also quite flat as well, and volume is quite low for the day, but we'll get into that in just a moment. So I'm going to just zoom down a little bit if we have a quick look, get rid of this ever so quickly, and you will see what we're seeing over here. So come down a bit and we can see the volume indicator more clearly. Now these lines at the bottom are volume. The higher they go, the more volume we have. And over today especially, volume has been quite low, but has been the case over the past month, really, and it has been decreasing if you have a look over the trend in the entirety of the month. So volume, we want to see that one come back in. It would be ideal, and it is absolutely possible, but yes, I think that would be a big driver of price. Anyway, on the 5-day, having a look at the indicators on here, we're looking at figures look like 49 on our RSI. Now that is also fine and perfect, because 50 is neutral, so 49 is basically neutral. I'm fairly happy with that one. And the figure for the MACD also quite flat, coming down to a more bearish way though, but yes, it is still in the realms of normality in my opinion. Out to the past month, we're looking at figures of 53 on the RSI, so this time it's a little bit higher, but it's also not too bad. You've seen that moving average on the 50-day is coming up, and we are actually seeing the price come up as well, so yes, it is still in line with it, which is good. We're having a look at figures like, if we have a look at the volume, we're looking at 1.52 million so far today, so it is really quite low. It is one of the lowest days that we have seen in the past month if you have a look based off these candles, and this is of course data coming from Yahoo Finance. So we want to see that volume come back up to at least levels around what we saw, back here, if not a little bit higher than that, because again, volume is a big driver of price, and it is highly likely that we are going to sit quite flat until we have more volume come in. So it is something that we are wanting to see. But really, I think today has been a bit of a cool-off. We're looking, hopefully, to get back on the growth tomorrow. If that isn't the case, possibly looking to fall down as low as 50 on the absolute lowest end. But of course, that is only my opinion. So as I always say, guys, do your own research and come to your own conclusions, but the trends for the past month are now looking more normal. We're looking at figures in the RSI range, like I said, in a range where we want to be, so that is good. And when we come out to our MACD even, that is quite flat. So really it's a case of just waiting for that next push with DWAC, hoping it is going to be upwards rather than downwards, and hoping to break past those next key levels. But as always, if you do enjoy the video, do leave a like on it, do subscribe to let me know, and if you do, enough of you guys do that, that is, I'll be back to make another one fairly soon. Thank you for watching through till the end, but let me tell you about our Discord. So on your screen you will be seeing the N2S Finance Discord. Obviously it is split into multiple sections. Basically at the top we have updates from me and all that kind of good stuff. If you scroll down a bit further we have the main sections where we focus on cryptos, SPACs and other hot stocks including penny stocks, even stable growth stocks as well, and we even have a special AMC GME chat. If you scroll down you can see some research and DD from the community. We also have funny memes and you can see actual contributions from members down here. And again, if you do join us, it is completely free, link is down below. But if you do want to become a Patreon, you will actually get a pink sticker which will be displayed on your name. So your name will come up in pink as mine comes up in red down here, and that will show that you are a Patreon. But other than that, guys, you can join completely for free down below. You do not have to pay anything if you do not want to. Thank you for watching, see you soon.